lovely audience.
Alrighty. According to the American Cancer Society, did you know that the male's risk of developing cancer in their lives is 44%, and the risk of dying from cancer is 23%? Did you know that the female's risk of developing cancer in their lives is 38%, and the risk of dying from cancer is 20%? While there is not currently a cure for cancer available, we can reduce our chances of developing the disease by eating properly and exercising, limiting our exposure to certain hazardous factors, and by properly screening ourselves. These combined will limit our chances of developing the deadly disease. Our lives are short and valuable, and if there is any way to prolong the gift that we have been given by adopting healthier lifestyles, we should take advantage of that opportunity. First of all, I would like to tell you about cancer and the effects it has on humans. Cancer is defined as the disease caused by an uncontrolled division of abnormal cells in any part of the body. According to the Cancer Research Institute in the United Kingdom, there are approximately 200 different types of cancer. It can start in any type of body tissue. What affects one body tissue may not affect another. For example, tobacco smoke that you breathe may help to cause one cancer, but it will not necessarily cause any other type of cancer. Overexposing your skin to the sun could cause a melanoma on your leg. The sun won't give you lung cancer, and smoking won't give you melanoma. According to the World Health Organization, about 30% of cancer deaths are due to the 5 leading behavioral and dietary risks: high body mass index, low fruit and vegetable intake, lack of physical activity, tobacco use, and alcohol use. Next, I would like to discuss simple lifestyle changes we can make to lower our risk of developing cancer. By eating properly and exercising, as well as limiting certain hazardous factors and properly screening ourselves, the threat of cancer is lowered. Eating properly and exercising are 2 simple lifestyle changes that will not only lower our risk of developing cancers, they will also lower our risk of heart disease, diabetes, and the chance of strokes. Eating properly. The top 10 foods that are recommended, this is by Cancer 101, 101 Solutions to Preventable Epidemic, are vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and kale, artichoke, dark greens, grapes and red wine, legumes such as beans, peas, and lentils, berries, particularly blueberries, flaxseed, especially if you grind it yourself, and garlic, onions, scallions, green tea, and tomatoes. The top 10 foods recommended to avoid by the same book are all charred food, even dark toast, well done red meat, sugar, both white and brown. Some of the natural sweeteners recommended are maple syrup, molasses, honey, or agave sweeteners, heavily salted, smoked, or pickled foods, sodas and soft drinks, and anything that contains various additive and sugar. French fries, chips, and snack foods that contains trans fat, food and drink additives such as aspartame, excess alcohol, baked goods with preservatives in them as opposed to freshly baked goods, and farmed fish, which contain high levels of toxins. It's recommended to drink plenty of water, fruits and vegetables, and limit your sugar, and also take place in standard exercising. Limiting certain hazardous factors such as cigarette smoking and drinking, taking proper care in workplace hazards, and the sun will also help lower our chances of developing cancer. Cigarette smoking and drinking. According to the American Cancer Society's 2010 findings, 17,000 cancer deaths in 2010 were expected to be caused by tobacco use, and all cancers caused by cigarette smoking and heavy drinking can be prevented completely. Heavy drinking is considered to be anything more than 1 or 2 servings of 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of 80 proof distilled spirits. Another hazard is the workplace hazard. 2 examples are medical imaging technicians and demolition crews. According to the United States Department of Labor, medical imaging technicians who are exposed to different types of radiation wear lead shields and dosimeters to limit their exposure to harmful radiation. Demolition crews who deal with asbestos wear face masks and protective clothing. Sun is also another hazard. You need to use sunscreen, proper clothing, sunglasses, and head coverage. Avoid tanning booths because according to the Skin Cancer Foundation, 4 annual visits to an indoor tanning salon significantly increase your chance of skin cancer. And pasty skin is much easier to deal with than a deadly disease. Proper screening is recommended. There are recommended visits for women and men. Both sexes should get their colon, their mouth, their rectum, and their skin tested annually. Men need to get their prostate and their testes tested, and women need their cervix and their breasts tested at least annually. The earlier cancer is caught, the higher their survival rate, which is why proper screening is recommended highly. In conclusion, cancer is an incurable disease, and fortunately, genetics do play a role in our chances of getting the disease. However, cancer is also significantly influenced by other controllable factors. 30% of cancer deaths are due to the 5 leading behavioral and dietary risks: high body mass index, low fruit and vegetable intake, lack of physical activity, tobacco use, and alcohol use. The controllable factors that alter our chances of cancer are nutrition and exercise, hazardous exposure, smoking and heavily drinking alcohol, workplace hazards, and sun, and also proper screenings. While cancer is a horrible disease that will affect you or will likely affect you or others in your life, you do have a higher chance of avoiding it by taking a few simple lifestyle changes that may also reduce your risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, and even the risk of strokes. Life is short, life is precious. Try to make yours last even for just a little bit longer.